How I became Bola Ahmed Tinubu's boy many years ago. MC Oluomo reviews. Hello everyone, welcome to b0y TV. In the last few months, one name that keeps reoccurring on the lips of many political associates or loyalists of the APC presidential candidate, Asiwaju Tinubu, is that of popular ex-NURTW boss, MC Oluomo's name. He has put himself in a vantage position as the 2023 elections comes forth. He has also practically become the rallying point of many campaign groups in Lagos for Tinubu. Saying MC Oluomo is close to Asiwaju is simply stating the obvious because he has been a regular and ardent supporter of Asiwaju. He has also not hidden the fact that he is a true and staunch loyalist of Asiwaju. Give it to MC Oluomo. He has mastered the game over a short period of time and is currently playing it out big time. For any group or movement that wants to stage any campaign for Asiwaju Tinubu, they always want to carry him along because they know what they tend to gain in terms of support, connection, financial gain, and in all massive mobilization of people. MC has practically become the toast of many party stalwarts and loyalists within a short period of time. In fact, everyone wants to become his friend now. He does not just coordinate, he participates in all the programs lined up for any campaign. He's everywhere. Any political gathering or rally in Lagos at this point would probably not be complete without the involvement of MC Oluomo. He has become one of Asiwaju's most dependable political allies in Lagos. This Lagos big boy not only has the entire commercial bus operators in Lagos under his grip, but also the entire league of big boys and babes in Lagos. He has equally served as a bridge between Asiwaju and some sector of the public as a whole. He is always at the forefront of any political campaign and well recognized at that. With his alliance with Asiwaju and rise in the transportation sector that has soared him away and now become friends with the top elites that ordinarily would not come to mind for someone who has come from a very humble beginning and just a common motor boy who has now become the toast of many people. It is because of Asiwaju's influence on him. No gainsaying, MC Oluomo is very close to Asiwaju, and it's obvious. Many have been wondering how did their paths cross? How did Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, a former senator, former governor, and now presidential candidate of APC, find MC Oluomo and threw his doors open to him? How did their friendship of almost 20 years begin? Who was MC Oluomo before he became what he is today? He once revealed his grass to grace story. Let's dive into it. When he was young, did he ever think he was going to be this successful and popular? MC revealed, yes and no. He says, when I was young, the story my mother told me was that whenever I'm coming back home from school, my schoolmates will follow me home, and that is where they will eat lunch before they return to their different homes. Even my first wife, Alaja Modinot Adonia Kisonya, and I met in primary school when we were very young. Then we will hold ourselves. We went to Methodist Primary School. I went to Afolabi Primary School, and she's still my wife till today. My mom used to tell me that people always gather around me, that they always wanted to stay with me, to play with me, and we will play with sand. She'll be selling her wares in front of the house on Oshodi Road in those days. She also said when I was in primary 5 in Abeokuta, my schoolmates also liked me then, but I never thought it would turn out this way. When I got to primary 6, I now realized that my mom could not pay my way any longer through school. So I became a conductor then at Adaton. They used to call it interstate then. We would sit on the bonnet. I used to hang around those boys at that Adaton filling station. Once I get there, a lot of boys will gather around me. But despite the fact that I grew up on the street as a conductor till now, I never joined my contemporaries to smoke Indian hemp or even cigarettes or take alcohol. Many people are always surprised. They are always shocked to hear this. Why? How did he achieve this feat? Because I used to pity my mom and I appreciate her effort. And I didn't want to get her worked up or get her worried. It just didn't go with my philosophy of life. I never smoked or drank alcohol. I didn't even taste it for once. If they take me to the doctor now to test my blood, smoking, drugs, or alcohol will not be found. Nothing. I take only water or malt. Even Chelsea drink I don't take. No, I don't joke with my 5 times prayers daily because I believe there's nothing greater than God. It is God who saw me to this stage in life. It is by His power. It is by His design, not by mine. He is known to be very close to APC leader Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, but how did they start a relationship? How long have they been close? He responded, "We have been close for years. He accepted me because he discovered that I am straightforward. Asiwaju does not like people who tell lies. He can't stand anybody who is not straightforward." Number two, in those days when Asiwaju contested to be a senator, we were very young then. We were inside Oshodi then. Then, when Tinubu contested to be governor the first time, I was with him, with one of my daddy's friends then. I used to hope and pray that someday I would get close to Asiwaju, that I would meet him one-on-one. Because when he did his rally, then distributing and throwing out to people, was hearing these tapes freely, I was one of those who used to run after him in Oshodi then. He was instrumental to my return to Nigeria then when I left for London. It was Asiwaju who asked me to return to Nigeria then. Since then, I have been with Asiwaju.
And I also spend time with my family and friends.
I won't even lie
I'm a
to him.
Chelsea fan for life,
I've been
but I
very
don't
loyal
watch
to him.
most
I
of
go
the
everywhere he
matches
goes.
live because
I follow him
I
all
can't
over
stand
the
the noise
place.
that
That
comes
is how I
with
met
watching
him.
live matches.
How does he
But
relax?
you will see me
I
wearing
travel
the
a lot,
club
he said.
jersey. How about his kids? Has any one of them taken after him? Will he want them to? It is God that designs a man's path. There is no job anyone can't do. Anything they decide to do, I will support them. It is God who uplifts. He will decide for them, as long as it is on the right path. I pray for them to be very successful. Many of my children live abroad. They have become ajebutters. When they are on holiday, they come home or I travel abroad to go and visit them in school. When they are at home, they are usually reading their books or they go to ShopRite in Ikeja or Ozone in Yaba to watch a movie. Once they go and come back, they go back into their rooms. They are closer to their mom than me. So in summary, this is the story of MC Oluomo's life and how he got close to Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. In fact, he eats, breathes, talks Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He's one of his staunch loyalists and is not stepping down anytime soon. You recall in the last few days, it was disclosed that he wrote a letter to INEC asking INEC to use him and his boys for distribution of election materials, being a transport director. And people's reaction was, what is that? How is that possible? You're a staunch loyalist of Bola Tinubu and you're writing to INEC to use you and your boys for the mobilization of election materials. Is that for real? Anyway, what's your comment on this? Please drop your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and also see you in the next video. May God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.